Hello, everybody. My name is Goof Norton, and welcome to another broadcast of the Goof Norton Radio Show. In today's show, we don't have necessarily good news to talk about. There's some bad stuff that happened recently. There has been an accident. Well, not an accident, an incident that happened. A man supposedly walked into a nightclub and basically shot up the place. 50 are counted dead so far, and 53 injured. The police have apparently caught the man and arrested him. I have no idea what his name is, but my condolences out to the families because that is something that's actually really sad, and I do not like to hear stuff like that. It happened in Orlando, Florida, here in the States. If any of you guys were curious about that, so there's that information for you. If there's any news article about it, I will be sure to put that in the description below because that is something that actually got to me because it happened on a Sunday. I'm thinking, so yes, it was, and it's very sad because I'm not a violent person. I'm not all for violence. I'm not for violence at all, especially when it comes to things like that because that is a homeland terrorist attack, and I hate that because it's terrible. Gosh, what is his name? I think I have his name here somewhere written down. His name is Omar Mateen. And yeah, the count has gotten up to 50 dead and 53 injured. So to those of you who lost someone, I am very sorry. And I always hope and pray that these things don't happen ever because it's so bad. It's terrible. I don't see why this is a thing that has to happen. Why this must be a thing that happens. The nightclub, also minor fact. It happened to be a gay bar or a gay nightclub, whatever you want to call it. And I mean that's what it was. I don't know if that was a personal thing. He personally did not like gays or anything. So I don't know. I'm not really gonna get into that. But that's the news for today. And I had to get that out of the way because I didn't want this whole thing to be depressing or end on a depressing note. So I'm sorry for anything it's terrible. I can't really find too many words to comfort anyone out there. So I will do my best to continue on with this show for you guys. So on our list today, for those of you who are sports fans out there, of course the NBA Finals are happening, and Warriors and Cavaliers are going at it. For those of you who aren't basketball fans, you might want to skip ahead a little bit. I will be talking about this for a few minutes because this is something that actually interests me. For those of you who are basketball fans, who do you got? Warriors, Cavs, who? Tell me, please. I will be happy to know. Now, recently, the news has been that Draymond Green has been suspended for a flagrant foul because he kicked LeBron James in the he hit LeBron James in the groin, took a swing at him, but that was only because LeBron put him on the ground and then stepped over him. I mean, not put him down gently like a baby. No, I mean he put him down like a man, and then he stepped over him, and that was kind of asking for it. That was kind of much with the step over him. You don't do that. That's kind of arrogant and jerkish in a way. So he's kind of asking for it, in my opinion. He was kind of asking for it, and I really hope he. I mean, I was surprised there weren't any repercussions for him, but at the same time, I'm not because that's just a provoking thing. So, I mean, and it's kind of bad because Draymond had no choice. It's either I swing on him or I just take it. I would have swung at him a little bit, but I wouldn't have hit him in the groin. I would not have done that. I would have been like a push or something. Hey, don't do that to me. That's not how I roll, and that would have been pretty much it. So yeah, that's that. That's it for sports for me because I don't really pay attention to baseball that much. I'm sorry. I'll watch a baseball game. I'll go to a baseball game, but I'm not a huge baseball fan. I'm a Sox fan though. So don't hate me. Don't hate me. But that is it for sports. I'm gonna have to start doing more of these segments. These are kind of fun. Um, I'm trying to think. In other news, how are you guys liking Overwatch so far? Because I've been hearing a lot about that game. I've seen a lot of gameplay. I've seen streams of it. It looks really fun. Because you have unlimited ammo in the game. So that because Blizzard decided, hey, because that's kind of annoying when you run out of ammo. Because in Call of Duty or Halo, I hate when I run out of ammo because it's terrible. It's like, oh man, now I'm defenseless and I have to go actually find a gun, and hopefully I can, because if I don't, I'm stuck with a pistol that doesn't shoot, or basically nothing, or just a knife, or my fists in Halo's case. So that kind of sucks. But with Overwatch, you have unlimited ammo, which is good. Like at that addition, some of the game modes I don't like the one where you have to escort some cargo or a very slow-moving vehicle across the map, which is terrible because it's slow-moving. I kind of wish that it was different. Like, I wish it was a team thing. Like, it starts on one side, it starts going one side. The one side has to escort it. And the goal is to get across the map. But at the same time, the other team can actually, if they wipe out the whole team, and then they can get the cargo to turn around and go to the other side. And this should be a thing that happens. It doesn't move very slow. It should move a little bit faster, so the game moves faster. Because it should be like there's a game mode in Ghosts. I don't know if it's in other Call of Duty games, but it's called Blitz, where there's a goal on the other side and you want to get there as many times as you can before the time runs out. That's what I feel they should do with that. Because it's their own thing. It's not like each player, because each player has a chance to score in Blitz, because each player that gets through is a point. It's not the whole team. It's just one player gets through as a point. Well, with this one, this actually requires good teamwork, and not just people just going around being stupid, every fending for themselves, basically. But yeah, this would actually inspire some teamwork, because you'd have to plan like, hey, you hide here, you hide here. It'll be kind of an ambush thing, and then we have like one or two giant forces going down the middle, and then two come up the back. I guess, I don't know, because there's 6 players on each team, is from my understanding. And I mean that's a good strategy right there. But yeah, that'd be a good game mode for me in my suggestions. Because I don't really get. I've never played it. Well, actually, no. I played the beta, but that's it. That was for like a day, because I was like, what's this Overwatch thing they're talking about? And it was actually pretty famous before its release. People were doing a lot of stuff with it. They made cinematic trailers, which were a good touch. And I feel like if they wanted to, they could make an animated movie with it, because they could use the maps that they have for like adventures and stuff, certain missions, because it goes along with like a campaign mode or a story mode. I don't know why they don't have one in there. It would seem, because it seems like one of the things you could pick like different characters, and you can start from. Because that gives you information for the characters' backgrounds, like each specific character's background. I don't have, like, one of my favorite characters is Tracer. She's funny because she's more of a silly kind of character. She's funny, so she's like lighthearted. She doesn't take anything really too seriously unless it's like a battle or a fight or anything like that. Otherwise, she's light on her feet. She likes to have fun. There has been some other stuff that went on, that there is some bad fan art out there about it, and there's been a lot of it. I'm not gonna get too in detail about that, because it's kind of like, oh, okay, wow. But yeah, man, Tumblr has yet again got to another superhero franchise. It's terrible. It's like, wow. But yeah, that's that. It's Tumblr for you. What other new games are there? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, for those of you who went to see the Warcraft movie, I want to know. I want to know your opinions on that. I want to know how it was because I'm not really too keen on video game movies because in the past they've been like absolutely garbage. So I don't really go see them because I don't believe they're worth my time at all because they're video game movies. They're based off the video game, and people don't seem to really be able to produce a product that is that is good as the game, or in some sense like even better. So I don't bother wasting my time and just like going to watch it because I think there was an Assassin's Creed movie, or there will be one. I don't know. I could probably pull it up on my phone. Let's see, Google. I need you. But yeah, I'm not a fan of video game movies because they don't have a good history of being great, good, or anything like that. Uh, Assassin's Creed movie. Okay, Assassin's Creed movie. I don't know what it was or I forget what it is. It coming out or did it already come out? I don't remember. Oh no, it's 2016. Okay. Um. So you got an interesting cast here. I only know like one or two of these people. Okay. The trailer came out May 11th. Okay. So I don't know exactly when it's supposed to come out. December 21st, 2016. I lied. Um I don't know if I'm going to go see that because I've played Assassin's Creed. I'm not into it like other people are. It doesn't interest me. I don't know if it's just like the way the game is set up. I don't know if that's it or if it's just something else because I'm not interested in the Assassin's Creed games because I played Black Flag because I have a PSP. I played one of the games that came with it, so because that was one of the games that actually came with the package deal. And I played it, I was like, "Oh man, this is actually boring. I don't really like this that much." But no hate on the Assassin's Creed fans. Like, hey, you guys do what you do. You like the games that you like. I'm not saying it's a terrible game. I just don't like it. It doesn't appeal to me because it's obviously good for somebody. Now, I mean, there are bad games out there, but I don't believe Assassin's Creed goes into that category of bad games. I don't feel like it's a bad game. It's just a game that's not good for me because I'm not really into it. So there's that. Also for movies, Star Wars. Like there's a Star Wars movie coming out, and I am very excited about that because it's supposed to go instead of going forward, it's supposed to go back. It's Darth Vader supposed to be in there again. So hooray, hooray! We get to see Darth Vader one more time. Hopefully I don't know if this will be the last time. I don't know. I'm hoping it's not because I like Darth Vader. I'm more of a fan of Anakin Skywalker. He's my favorite character. His lightsaber is also my favorite design. So yeah, I'm kind of a nerd about stuff like that. But in that movie titled Rogue One, which is Episode 8 in the Star Wars series, it's supposed to uncover the tales of the rebels, and Darth Vader. Obviously, with Darth Vader being in there, it's in between. It was when Luke was younger, so yeah. Also, there's maybe supposed to be an appearance by gosh dang it, I forgot his name now. By the guy who played Obi-Wan Kenobi, not Ben Kenobi, Obi-Wan Kenobi in the in episode 8, I think. I read that. I don't know if it's true, but I read it, and it said he might be in there. Harrison Ford in episode 7, guys, he died. It's okay. He died. It's okay. I know you guys didn't want to believe it, but he's dead. He's gone. It's okay. I don't know if he'll be in episode 8. I think someone else is going to play him, obviously, because, all the gray hair and his shape, his face looks a little bit different because it looks like it kind of got beat up. But I mean, over the years, things happen. So And I'm kind of like against like a different guy playing Han Solo because Harrison Ford is like one of these guys. Like I've only seen him play Han Solo. Like we've only ever seen him play Han Solo and him play Indiana Jones. Like this is like these are changes like I don't want to see it happen. I want to This is why I kind of wish we had time machines and stuff like that or just like a machine that can reverse age somebody. But I mean I'd only use it for like movie purposes and maybe athlete purposes every once in a while, athletic purposes every once in a while. So we could see some of these past athletes versus the future athletes, because that seems to be a popular argument these days with people, um, older athletes versus new ones. But hey, like the rules are different. Were kind of different back then. Like you could be a little bit more rough. Well, not a little bit, a lot more rough. You could actually like punch somebody, and they'd be like, refs be like, the referees would be okay with it. They're just like, oh, it's part of the game. But now you can't really lay a finger on somebody without a foul or penalty being called on you, except for in soccer. I mean, things still get rough in there. Fights break out in the crowds. I mean, not even not even with the players anymore. It's just the crowds that just break out in fights and violence, and stuff goes on fire, riots start. Oh, it's just amazing. But that's also why I don't attend soccer games. That's the one thing keeping me away from a soccer game is the like craziness that goes on sometimes in some of those games because rivals just get nuts. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I only wish the machine kind of existed, so that way we can get the young Harrison Ford back because I like the young Harrison Ford. I mean, I don't know him personally, but I like him as an actor because he's a good one. Good Han Solo, I must say. Good Indiana Jones too. I liked him as Indy. But I mean, hey, this new actor better do a good job, or there's gonna be some problems. There's gonna be a lot of problems. Um, Disney's not gonna hear the end of it, and I am very glad, and actually surprised that Disney did a really good job with Episode 7. That is something that really surprised me. I was like, huh, this is a Disney movie, but it's actually good. And man, it was really good. Disney outdid themselves, and I feel like in Episode 8 they'll do it again and surprise us all again and do another good movie. Still kind of like a little thrown off by George Lucas actually selling the Star Wars. Basically, just sold Star Wars to Disney. And I mean, it was kind of more of a deal for Disney because Disney Infinity, if you guys don't know that game, it's just a game where you have all these characters. And Disney now, like, they added Star Wars characters. I mean, they're already in there, but Star Wars characters, they have more Star Wars characters. They have these characters from Episode 7 now because since basically Disney owns Star Wars now. So, I mean, there it is. My mic didn't almost fall off my desk. But, yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Everybody was expecting Mickey Mouse to be the main character in Episode 7. I saw memes and stuff of that nature. It's funny. It's really funny. But to see Disney actually shut up people because they did such a good job is amazing. So congrats, Disney. You did something right for once. Also, for another game release, I actually forgot to talk about is Injustice 2. I played the first Injustice. I played through the whole entire story. I kind of liked it. I kind of really liked it because for superhero stories go, that is a good one for parallel universe. Because that kind of brings up the question though, what about multiverse theory, which is the theory that there is like basically an infinite or a lot or more a multiple number of universes that are I wouldn't say similar to yours, but you exist in other universes parallel to your own. Or I forget exactly because there's been multiple times I've talked about this with people, but yeah, there is that theory, and it is kind of weird. it is kind of weird how that, because that for those of you who are anime fans, Dragon Ball Z, that happens in there. That's mentioned in there. Well, I don't think that's mentioned. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm forgetting a lot. But oh, that was mentioned in the abridged version by TFS, which was actually explained really good. Explained actually really good. So yeah, but there's like multiple universes, but they all have something else different about them. It could be like the literal reverse, where you could be a girl in the universe, in another universe, or other stuff changes. Like Abraham Lincoln didn't get shot. Certain religions didn't exist. Political parties didn't exist. There's different multiverses because there's different things that could have happened throughout history, thus creating multiple timelines that could have been like. Those are the what ifs. Those are the what if questions that we ask. That's basically what multiverse theory kind of is. It's all the what ifs basically explained in visuals and in real life. So that's what that is. That's kind of what Injustice kind of did, but they only went to another universe just because they had to. They had to save the world, or something else was gonna. Well, they saved another world from the tyranny of the evil Superman, because he turned bad because he killed Lois and their baby, because the Joker somehow made him think that that Lois was Doomsday. Yeah, that Lois was Doomsday, and holy crap, did Superman beat her down like she was Doomsday. And it's kind of sad because he didn't know, but that kind of ticked him off. That's what basically set him off. And then Superman killed the Joker. Batman went into hiding because he tried to stop Superman. I'm pretty sure Superman was even more... not Superman. Batman was probably more depressed because Joker's dead. Now who else is he supposed to fight? Penguin? No. Useless. The Riddler? No. Stupid. Harley Quinn, maybe. She's still around. But yeah. That's... I expect some good things coming from Injustice 2. If they screw it up, well, we'll all find out about it. So... all I can do now is wait and wonder what will happen. So I want to thank you guys so much for listening to this week's broadcast. I really do appreciate it. If you have topic suggestions for me, please tell me. I won't shy away from your topics or your suggestions or your comments or anything like that, or your messages. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, how you doing? And I'll take your suggestion and whatnot. And, hey, maybe I'll do it on the show, talk about it on the show, or talk about it with you. Or talk about it with you on the show. Depends. But, yeah, you can contact me on my email at mrgoof02@gmail.com, or on my Twitter. My Twitter handle is at mrgoof02. Or on Facebook, you can just message Goof Norton, and I will check my message requests, because I get those sometimes, and I don't really check them too often because I don't really think people will find me or message me because I'm not all that important. But people do sometimes, and I do feel sorry because I think a few people messaged me, and it was like months before I actually got to respond to them. And I'm thankful that they responded back because I feel like such a jerk for not checking my message requests. But yeah, don't bother sending me a friend request on Facebook. It's not that I hate you all. It's more of that's just like my personal life, and I don't want you guys really involved in that too much, because that's something I just want to keep to myself. And it's nothing against you guys. It's that if I happen to one day, be, I guess, internet famous, as people say, I don't want you guys like knocking at my door, because that's weird. I don't like that. I don't want to have to move because I have like people starting to show up at my front door because it's like, oh my gosh, it's him. I'm like, no, please no. Please stay away. But it's just for safety reasons. That's all. So, yes, tell me topic suggestions, and I'll be sure to get to them. So again, thanks guys for listening, and as always, I will see you guys. Also, before I end this, music. Tell me how you like the music. Tell me how how it's going. Should I keep changing up the music? Should I keep it the same? I want to know. I gotta know. I need to know. It's important. So yeah, thanks guys for listening, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.